Hey you guys, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I just wanted to give a few thoughts regarding the wildfires in California. First, huge love and light trying to send as much protection and guidance, and ask all of our spirit guides to just help whatever they can do to help put the fires out would be amazing if that's what's meant to be done. I guess just ask your spirit guides to do whatever they can. So ask them for help and in a way that would be appropriate for the circumstance. Okay. So I've done that. And if you can do that, that would be amazing. So I am in the middle of reading this book, and I talked about it in Coffee with Karen this morning, and it's going to start to be a main focus of what we're talking about on the channel, just probably a segment of it, because this is to prepare us for the fifth dimension that Diana Cooper, who channels angels and archangels and unicorns apparently, and she knows a lot about Atlantis. She's been doing this work a long time, and we are in we're headed towards what's called the golden age and our golden future. And that is the fifth dimension. So apparently the fifth dimension is going to be the existence that God wants to have on earth starting in 2032. That's in 7 years. And so they're asking us to get prepared for that. And the one thing about the wildfires, so I'm going to start making connections to things that are going on in the world to help us make sense out of things to prepare for the fifth dimension. Okay. Because it is our job as spiritual, anyone who's seen, anyone who wants to transcend, anybody who wants to grow, anybody who believes in like evolving your personality, your personal growth, your soul, all that kind of stuff. It's time to focus in this area, I think. So if you found yourself on this channel, I do believe that that's going to be people who find themselves here are going to be the ones that can help do that. And so again, my Coffee with Karen, I'll post it right here, is called You Are Meant to Help with the Huge Shift. We have until 2032. Okay, so I talk about it in detail there. So in 2017, so this book has a time frame. Okay, it's very specific, which I enjoy, because I'm never very specific, and I do enjoy when I get specifics that are really easy to comprehend. Okay, so in 2017, the cleansing of the planet was stepped up in 2017. Now think of this in relation to the wildfires. Okay, it was decreed by God, basically, okay, that this would be done by the elements. Flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires will intensify during this time period. And it said specifically for 5 years. So that was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So the timeline could have shifted. She wrote this book in 2023, though, which is really interesting. So we'll have to, in a different video, right now I'm just sticking to this part. We'll have to figure out why the timeline might have shifted a little bit. But she said the reason this is been called up, basically. Okay, so Gaia has been instructed, is what I've kind of understood from parts of the book. Gaia has been instructed by they called it a council, intergalactic council, I believe it's called. Okay. Yep, the Intergalactic Council. All right. So Gaia has basically been instructed to clear the pockets of negativity, free the ley lines, and dissolve the karma that had been preventing us from connecting with the pure vitality of Earth. Okay. Now, pockets of negativity do not necessarily mean, oh, those people are just negative and horrible, because I don't want this to be mistaken for like those people deserve this at all. Okay. It might have very much to do with that land, just that part of the land, or because the fires have been happening all over, like in Canada and, because this is not just about fires. This is about flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes. Hurricanes, I mean, hello. I mean, look what happened in Virginia. just from that hurricane. Or North Carolina, right? North Carolina. Who knew that was going to happen? And earthquakes. So it's all over. So this is just an example because the wildfires are happening right now. But I have heard other spiritual leaders say that Hollywood in general is the way that, I mean, they've had problems. They've had problems with how they treat children. It's very money focused. Doesn't mean the actors are. It doesn't mean everybody, but that there's a lot of issues within that industry, and it probably does have, my guess is it has a lot of negativity around it. And so it's interesting to me as I watch this actually happen in Hollywood. Like one just started, a bushfire just started in like West Hollywood. So it'll be very interesting to see how much damage that happens. Not, again, please do not misunderstand me. It's awful. Because what's happening is the fifth dimension, preparing for the fifth dimension is basically knocking on their door. Okay. So it's awful. If it happens to me, it's going to be awful. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to anybody. But from a spiritual perspective, what I think is fascinating is that it was decreed that this would be done by the elements. Okay. The cleansing of the planet has been stepped up. Okay. It was decreed that this would be done by the elements, flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires intensified for the next 5 years. This was to clear the pockets of negativity, free the ley lines, which I don't know much about, and dissolve the karma that had been preventing us from connecting with the pure vitality of the earth. So if we can clear the negativity, the ley lines, and the karma, Earth itself will be able to shine brighter, okay? Which will allow us to be in the fifth dimension, So that's amazing. I mean, I don't know what I'm 55, 7 years from now, if it doesn't happen exactly in 2032, because you know how time plays tricks on us, moves around. I hope I get to see it. I think it'll be amazing to be able to do this. And I love the idea that we can work to prepare ourselves for the fifth dimension that's going to be taking place on Earth. This book is helping me. I literally wrote 12 pages and I am like, oh, I get it. Okay. So anyway, so that's why I'm going to be coming on in small snippets to help process this as I learn it and process it as I see things happening in the world. So let me know what you think. And if you decide to get the book, I do have a link. It's an affiliate link right here. We don't get any extra money. It doesn't cost you any extra money. It just helps our channel. And I only talk about stuff that I'm actually using. So it's not like it's not a promotion for the book, if that makes sense. So, all right. Well, let me know what you think about that. It's very interesting, isn't it? About the cleansing of the earth. And so all this talk of climate change, while absolutely I do think scientifically those things are happening because I believe in science, there also is it looks like there's a bigger thing going on, right? Between the Intergalactic Council and what the purpose of Earth was during this time. Like this was planned during this time. So we just happen to be on Earth for it at this time. How lucky. We are actually lucky. When I read this, I read part of this during Coffee with Karen. We are very lucky. And it's changed my entire attitude since last night, since reading 12 pages of this. So it's really kind of amazing. I hope you decide to at least follow along with me. So, all right, have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.